Hello and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword. And this is being published on Monday the 5th of May 2025. So it's been set by Pedro, and my little look back at the record shows that we've had 4 puzzles from Pedro this year, and I've been doing them in the 22 to 26 minute range, so nothing quick. So Mondays, which was at one stage beginning to look like a fast day, is ahead of this one, looks like it may be a slow day. So anyway, I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. Liberal workers sign without giving name. Ants or hands. Fool losing last friend. Fool, okay. Sign liberal runs area. Libra, Libra, yeah, Libra. Danger after overturning some component of fortification. Don't think that's a hidden word. Support odd instances of these. Okay, that's a T, isn't it? Support. Escapes when it's time for bed. Something off, I think, like goes off or retires off, or seems a bit obvious clue though. When it's time for bed, nods off. Friend with excellent, luxurious residence. Friend, ally, pal, excellent. A1. Know where A1 goes there. If it is, live link. Oh, Palace. I suppose that is Palace. Of course it is. Live link initially with small creatures in location of bats. Golly. Cave. Oh. Location of bats. Cave. Oh. Or belfry. Let's just put belfry there. I don't quite understand why it would be though. It doesn't look good for that. At Y. African country, I guess this is. Doctor taken aback about one test subject. If it's an African country, maybe it's part of it. Maybe it's not like Chad or Mali going at the start. I can't think of any 6 and 3s off the top of my head. African country, okay. Bitter conflict recalled is raw war. I think that's bitter, raw. Got a tan around end of August. Very surprised. Animal Patronus at first, abandoning boy wizard. Okay. Animal Patronus at first. P. Potter. Otter. Gosh, there's a lot going on in that clue, but it's a good one. Debut for Oxford University. Due. Debut for Oxford University. OU. Oxford United, sorry. Debut. Demo. Debut for Oxford suggests put an O there. United would be. Due would be. Ode. Due. Wed. United. Yeah, I think so. Regrets blocking activity by the writer producing horror. Cool. Something about me, horror. Nah, not seen that one. Okay, hospital operation limiting unwell time. That's a high point. Hilltop, I think that's H. Ill is unwell. Limiting time. Hilltop. Hop. Yeah, okay. Hospital operation. Golly. Half-hearted bribe. An aristocrat. Aristocrat with a B there. Half-heartedly. So. B-E. An aristocrat. I can't think of an aristocrat with a B-E. Rocky rubble around shopping centres. Note, as seen on TV. rocky rubble. Feels like there ought to be a small small screen. Golly, where did I get that scree? Note is N, I think. Yeah, small screen, the TV. Wow. Illusory vision. I'm upset with anger. Mirage. Okay. Teacher unacceptable leave. Okay, well that looks like an off as well, doesn't it? Teacher unacceptable. I mean, I'm guessing off there as well, aren't I? So out or off maybe. Satisfied about religious texts for choral setting. Different attempt to interrupt new version of some pantomime. Different attempt. Is that just an anagram of attempt or try? Pantomimes. Peter Pan. Cinderella one. The French island. Okay, le certain lesure. Okay, that's neat. That's a nice QC clue. Back half of cemetery. We rebuilt. You tree. Cemetery blind. Yeah, yew tree it is then. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be belfry for some reason, but on the mats it may appear when sportsmen need to rest. Is that to do with snooker? It can't be snooker, can it? It may appear. Enthusiasm filling us today. Gusto, there we are, there's a hidden word at last. Proportion is ratio, scoundrel, a rat with an IO, fair enough. Okay, so we've got some letters on the board, that's good news. Liberal, handsome. Liberal, handsome, okay. Oh, that's a noble going down there then. And why that's noble, half bribe and aristocrat. Noble, I suppose, yeah, okay. Noble. Hand is a worker, or workers. Sign without giving name. Oh, men, fair enough. This one escapes when it's time for bed. Lights out that is. Lights out, I think. Is it off? So what's the spell for it? Live is to live is to be. Initially, link is L, and small creatures are fry, I suppose. Belfry. Okay. African country. Oh, Guinea. Guinea pig. Guinea pig. That must be. One test subject. Guinea pig. Yep. Okay. It may appear when. Don't know. Got a town around. Very surprised. Stunned and sunned. Okay. It may appear when sportsman needs a rest. Spider. Okay. Spider is one of the snooker cues, and we got the Snooker World Championships going on at the moment. I believe regrets blocking activity by the writer, producing horror, gruesome. GR, I don't even know what's going on there. GSO, what's the GSO? Ruse, go, activity, gruesome, yep. What's this, a garden gnome or something? Different activity, attempt to interrupt new version of pantomime. Okay, so what's this? Teacher, unacceptable. Sir off, leave off, teacher. Fool is best friend, no idea. Satisfied about religious texts, choral setting. Damage after, that's ram, isn't it? Mar, backwards. Matter, mother goose, okay. Mother goose, I'm going to have to unravel that a bit later. Mar is ram backwards after obtaining some component of fortification is a rampart. Okay, this is probably a motet, isn't it? Satisfied about religious texts. OT is met, yep. Teacher unacceptable, okay. Fool losing last friend. fool? Could be a scam. Scam? Don't think so. Scamp. Friend. Mate. Can't think of a four-letter friend, if that is what's going in there. Teachable. Leave is off. Okay. Is it off? Must be off, mustn't it? Leave. Must be off. Teacher, acceptable. Leave off. Oh, back off. Beat off. Is that likely fool? Losing last. Need a five-letter word for fool, I think. Let's keep going through. Friend. Even if that was scam, and I don't think it is. What would that be? Teacher. Unacceptable is, I think, off. Teacher. Master. That's a T for tear off, say. I think it is tear off, but leave is to. Oh, sham. My list of friends has gone. Right, I'm going to put this on pause while I think to myself. Okay, I finally realised that must be head off through my long alphabet trawl that I've been on. I'm going to actually take the E out now. I mean, I think this is sham or to sham. Sham, losing last friend, sham. But I can't. Whim. Thom. VH. Sham. Might be. Sham is to fall, maybe. Losing last friend is to. Doesn't make any sense. Normally ZH, XH, cham, chem, chum. Now, chump. Now, head off. 21:26, so that was a good 11 minutes on those last two. A chum. I don't remember calling her a chum for many, many years. I remember seeing it in the Beano and things. Right, okay, right, let's go through those clues as best I can. Well, liberal is handsome. Okay, that's a very not obscure, relatively obscure definition, I say. Workers are hands. A sign is an omen, but we take off the N because it's without giving name, so take the N off for name. If you a fool losing the last, so a fool is a chump, and a friend is a chum. A sign, so we've got the zodiac sign Libra. We got lib for liberal, and we got R for runs and A for area. Damage after overturning, so we've got mar going backwards, we've got some component is a part which gives us a fortification. A support, so a T is your support for your golf ball. Odd instances of is saying take the first, third and fifth letters of these. Escapes. Escapes when it's time for bed. Okay, I mean the question mark suggests it's a bit of a cryptic one. Lights out. I've never heard of that in terms of escapes. I don't think of lights is to do with landings and things. You know, if you're landing a plane, so maybe you escape somehow in that respect. Obviously, it's lights out. When it's lights out, it's time for bed. Or is it saying prisoners escape when it's lights out? I don't know. Friend is a pal. Excellent is ace. Luxurious residence is a palace. To live is to be. Link initially is the L, and small creatures are small fry, I suppose. Location of bats is the belfry. Bats in your belfry. African country is the country of Guinea. Doctor taken back is a GP. About one is a I. Last subject is a test subject, sorry, is a guinea pig. Couldn't read that. Bitter is raw. Conflict recalled is war backwards. Got tan is sunned. Around the end of August is a T for August, last letter, which gives you stunned, which is very surprised. An otter is an animal. Patronus is a P. Patronus at first is saying take a P, abandoning the boy wizard, so Harry Potter becomes Potter. Potter becomes an otter. Debut for Oxford is the O, so the O of Oxford, and United is wed, which gives us due, which is ode. Regrets are ruse. Blocking activity, so activity is go, and by the writer is me for the writer, because from the setter's perspective, and gruesome is horror. Hospital operations, we've got H for hospital, op for operation, limiting unwell times. We've got ill is unwell, and T for time, and a hilltop is a high point. Half-heartedly bribe is, so if you bribe someone you nobble them, but we only want one B, which gives us noble, which is an aristocrat. Rocky rubble, so rocky rubble is scree. Around shopping centres we've got malls is the shopping centre, then we've got S for start of scree, and then the cree, and then N for note. And as seen on TV, well, TV is known as the small screen. And then illusory vision is a mirage. I'm upset, but I'm backwards, and then with anger, which is rage. Teacher is the head teacher. Unacceptable is off, which is to leave, is to head off. Satisfied is met, so you met the criteria, you satisfied the criteria about the religious texts, which are the Old Testament, OT, and the choral setting is a motet. What's going on here then? Different attempt to interrupt new version of some pantomime. Well, Mother Goose is a pantomime. Different is other, I think. We've got some. New version of some is SOME, so we've got the SO. Okay, an attempt is go. So different is other. Go is, so different is other. Go is an attempt. You have your attempt. Playing Monopoly, you have your go, you have your attempt, and that's going in an anagram of some. Wow. The French, so the in French is le. Island is I, and certain is sure. And to offer relaxation is les yeux. Back half of cemetery, so back half of cemetery. Okay, we've got, so lose. So take the T-E-R-Y of cemetery, the back half of it. Take the W-E for we, and anagram that, which is indicated by rebuilt. Incorporate an E for English, and you get a cemetery plant, which is a yew tree. It may appear when a sportsman needs rest. So in snooker, one of the rests is known as a spider. I mean, I don't really know what that has to do with it may appear spider. I don't know if there's some kind of phrase which would specifically key that into being a spider. Not a very good clue if you don't know that is a spider. Spiders appear. Enthusiasm, filling. So enthusiasm is gusto, filling us today. So gusto is a hidden word across filling us today, and not entirely is your hidden word indicator. A proportion is a ratio. A scoundrel is a rat, presented with binary digits, so 1 and 0 are the binary digits. So there you go, all done, 21:26. That is my fastest, I think, of the Pedros, but rather disappointing with those last two, but that's spider clue as well. So anyway, thanks for watching.